श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुचार्य अष्टर सदस्य अभय चरण बिंदु भक्त वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की साक्षात वैराग्यमूर्ति गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की सच्चिदानंद श्रील भक्ति ठाकुर की वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ सर्वगोस्वामी भगवान की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की ब्रजमंडल श्री वृंदावन मथुरापुरी धाम की गंगा मैया की जमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की शीला प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेशन बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे सविता गौर भक्तवृंद की सविता गौर भक्तवृंद की सविता गौर भक्तवृंद की जय श्री गुरु गौरांग की।
हरे कृष्णा। अब हम गुरु पूजा का अनुवाद पढ़ेंगे अंग्रेजी में। The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain the pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and the master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto me. Give me the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Srila Prabhupada ki.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरा जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जायो राधा कुंज बिहारी राधा कुंज बिहारी राधे जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय। प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य सेवर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। कलिगुपति पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। ये क्लास इंग्लिश में होने वाला है, हिंदी का ट्रांसलेशन कुटीर में होगा। सो टुडे वी आर रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 7 चैप्टर 4 एंटाइटल्ड हिरण्यकशिपु टेरराइज्ड द यूनिवर्स। टेक्स्ट 22-23। तस्यै नमोस्तु काष्ठायै यत्रात्मा हरिरीश्वरः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते शान्तसन्न्यासिनो मलाः इति ते संयतात्मानः समाहिताधियो मलाः उपतष्टुर्हृषीकेशं विनिद्रावायुभोजनाः। तस्यै नमोस्तु काष्ठायै यत्रात्मा हरिरीश्वरः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते शान्तसन्न्यासिनो मलाः इति ते संयतात्मानः समाहितधियो मलाः उपतष्टुर्हृषीकेशं विनिद्रावायुभोजना तस्यै नमोऽस्तु काष्ठायै यत्रात्मा हरिरीश्वरः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते शान्तसंन्यासिनो मलाः इति ते संयतात्मानः समाहितधियो मलाः उपतष्टुर्हृषीकेशं विनिद्रावायुभोजनाः Mataji. Word-to-word meaning. Tasyai, unto that. Namaha, our respectful obeisances. Astu, let there be. Kashthayai, direction. Yatra, wherein. Atma, the super soul. Harihi, the supreme personality of Godhead. Ishvaraha, the supreme controller. Yat, which, Gatva, approaching, Na, never, Nivartante, return, Shanta, peaceful, Sannyasinaha, saintly persons in the renounced order of life. Amala, pure, Iti, thus, Te, they, Samyatatmanaha, having controlled minds, Samahita, studied, Dhiyaha, intelligences, Amala, purified, Upatastu, worshipped, Hrishikesham, the master of the senses, Vinidra, without sleeping, Vayubhojana, eating only air. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto that direction where the Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated, where those purified souls in the renounced order of life, the great saintly persons, go, and from which, having gone, they never return. Without sleep, fully controlling their minds, and living on only their breath, the predominating deities of the various planets began worshipping Hrishikesha with this meditation. Purport. The two words Tasyai Kashtayai are very significant. Everywhere, in every direction, in every heart and in every atom, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is situated in His features as Brahman and Paramatma. Then what is the purpose of saying Tasyai Kashtayai? In that direction where Hari is situated. During Hiranyakashipu's time, his influence was everywhere, but he could not force his influence into the places where the Supreme Personality of Godhead had his pastimes. For example, on this earth, there are such places as Vrindavan and Ayodhya, which are called dhams. In the dham, there is no influence from Kali Yuga or any demon. If one takes shelter of such a dham, worship of the Lord becomes very easy, and resultant spiritual advancement quickly takes place. In fact, in India, one may still go to Vrindavan and similar places to achieve the results of spiritual activities quickly. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Before speaking on this verse, I would like to seek the blessings of all the senior Vaishnavas present here. They are very merciful to me. They don't want to keep me in comfort zone. So, but such a service like this, I will not be able to do without their causeless mercy and blessings. So I seek the blessings of all the senior devotees present here. So here we see in this chapter, Hiranyakashipu terrorized the universe. So basically he was a universal terrorist. And the way he was torturing everybody was very nicely mentioned here. This chapter begins with Brahmaji addressing Hiranyakashipu that I am giving you such benedictions which are durlabha, very, very, very rare to achieve. So that kind of benedictions which anybody cannot attain so easily, Hiranyakashipu achieved that. So by so saying, actually Brahmaji wanted to say that although I am giving you all these things, it is actually very difficult for you to maintain this. So it is said that when Vaishnavas curse, there is a blessing in disguise. But when demigods give some benedictions, there is a curse in disguise. So what is that curse? Because when an intelligent or when an unintelligent person or undeserving person actually gets some material opulence, he actually becomes very proud and puffed up, and then with that he commits lot of offenses, and then eventually that becomes the cause of his fall down. So it is said that it's very easy to handle the poverty, but it is very difficult to handle all the opulences. So once upon a time, one dog was actually being tortured by a Brahmana. She was thoroughly beaten up. So somehow it so happened that Lord Ramachandra saw that, and he said he felt very pity on the dog, and then he asked, what shall I do with this Brahmana? You tell me, what kind of punishment should I give him? So immediately the dog said that, my dear Lord, make him Mathadipati. So because when he becomes a Mathadipati, he gets so much opulence, so much power, so much influence, that he naturally becomes very proud, and that will be the cause of his fall down. So like that, that dog actually asked the benediction from Lord Ram. Similarly, we see in the story of Vasudeva the leper, when Lord Chaitanya was on a tour of South India, he saw that at Kurmakshetra, this personality called Vasudeva the leper, he was having a very severe disease of leprosy, and practically all his body was filled with worms. The small worms were eating his body continuously. So much pain was there. But he was in a very, very exalted consciousness. He was feeling that this body just doesn't belong to only me, but this is a property of each and everybody. So even this worm is also, which is actually hurting me, has an equal right on this body. So with that consciousness, he was practicing his devotional service. At that time, Mahaprabhu was very pleased, and with one embrace, he actually gave him a very, very, very beautiful body. Shri Shada Kunji Mere Bhagavan ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So when Vasudeva the leper, he got this very beautiful body, instead of becoming happy, he was very much afraid. And he told to Lord Chaitanya, my dear Lord, till now I was practicing very peacefully devotional service, but by seeing this beautiful form, and everybody will say that, you have got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and you have got such a beautiful body. Time and again this body will remind me that I have got so much mercy, and with that I may become proud, and with that I may commit offense. So he had the fear of committing offense. That was an exalted consciousness which Vasudeva the leper had. So the point is that when opulences come, along with that comes a very great danger. So once His Grace Damodar Prabhu was telling in one lecture that when he approached Shyamanand Prabhu, temple president of ISKCON Chowpatty, so he approached Prabhuji and then he said that, Prabhuji, mandir bahut chota pad raha hai, हमको कुछ करना चाहिए, बहुत congested hai. Then Prabhuji replied that if you utilize each and every step of this temple, then Krishna will award you more opulence. So, but are you sure? Have you utilized each and every, point of the temple campus? If you have not done that, then do it, because if Krishna gives you more opulence and you are not able to handle it, then there is a very great danger. So any opulence that is not utilized can become the cause of conflicts and quarrels, like the Shamantaka Jivala pastime, which we hear. So when Brahmaji gave such benedictions to Hiranyakashipu, naturally he became very puffed up and he was not deserving all those. Because of that, he became so powerful that he conquered all the directions. He became Trilokadipati and he started controlling all the demigods and rishis and munis. Practically everybody was in his control. And one thing we will see, one very interesting lesson here is that although Hiranyakashipu occupied the throne of Indra and he made all the demigods under his control, it is not that all the demigods lost their power. They had all their powers, like Surya was able to create heat and all these kind of things were there. But the problem was their master was Hiranyakashipu. Previously they were very happily serving the Supreme Lord as a duty, that these are the opulences given by the Lord and let us utilize it in Lord's service. So they were serving the Lord very nicely and they were very happy. But now the same opulence is there, but the master was different. It was Hiranyakashipu. So that's why they were very much suffering like anything. So with this we come to know that it's not the material opulence which actually gives us happiness, but it is actually the befitting master whose shelter actually gives us happiness. That's why Prabodhana Saraswati says in the very famous shloka, Bhavantameva nucharan nirantara prashanta nishesha manoratantara praharshayishyami sanata jivitam kadahamaikāntika nitya kinkara praharshayishyami sanata jivitam. So he is praying to the Supreme Lord that he wants only the exclusive shelter of the Supreme Lord as his sanata jivitam, as his befitting master. Similarly, we see Dwarkavasis also pray to Lord Krishna when he came back from Hastinapur. Aho sanata bhavatasmayadvayam. So they go on praying like this, saying that Lord Krishna is the only befitting master who can actually make us happy. So when there is no opulence, but you have a befitting master, then you can actually be very happy. Like for example, our 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. So in their context it is said, then very famous shloka comes, that Karunya matra hate kanta chinda bahirvasa Krishna kata Krishna nama nartana ullasa. They carried only water pots and they wear only torn quilts. They always chant the holy names of Krishna and discuss his pastimes. In great jubilation, they also dance. They dance in ecstasy, it is said. So when some outsider person asks devotees, how are you? Devotees say, oh, ecstatic. So for them, the word ecstatic is like something very, very new. For them, if they just overcome the suffering, that itself is a big thing. And on the other hand, you will see the devotees, like our 6 Goswamis, they didn't had anything materially. They just had a kopin and the japamala, but they were constantly absorbed in Krishna Katha, Krishna Nam, and Nartana Ullas. They were just dancing always in ecstasy, it is said. So, the difference between Hiranyakashipu's rule and the Supreme Lord's rule is that you will see demigods voluntarily surrender to the Supreme Lord, whereas Hiranyakashipu forced that surrender from them. And out of only fear of Hiranyakashipu, they were actually serving him. That was a great difference. And Hiranyakashipu's opulences was so high that nobody could even match with what opulences he had. He had all the sense objects available for him without any side effects, which is very, very rare. Like all the, he doesn't need any cold storage or refrigerator or even heaters, but everything was available just by one call. and the mango trees were producing mangoes even in winter, and then the temperature was automatically controlled by all the demigods. Like this, we will see Hiranyakashipu was very, very powerful, but we see that he was not at all satisfied because of uncontrolled senses which he had. And he was not satisfied, and demigods were also into very great suffering. And now, in today's verse, we see how the demigods are actually taking shelter of the Supreme Lord Achyuta. They didn't have any other shelter, now they are taking to the shelter of the Supreme Lord. Here it is said in today's verse that they are offering obeisances to the direction where the Supreme Lord is situated. Why they are offering the obeisances only to the direction where the Lord is situated? Why can't they go and actually approach the Lord and worship the Lord? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says very interesting thing, that Hiranyakashipu was such a powerful ruler. Practically all the places in this world, in this creation, were under his control. It was under his influence. But only the place which was not under his influence was the holy places where Lord performed his pastimes. So if they actually dare to go to the holy place and worship the Lord, maybe they were very fearful that, Hiranyakashipu will come to know and will punish them. So that's why demigods actually didn't dare to go to the holy place. Rather, from the place wherever they are situated, they are just offering obeisances to the direction where Lord is situated. So just by offering obeisances to the direction, one can get so much benefit. What to speak of paying obeisances directly in front of Radha Kunji Bihari. So that has a very, very great benefit, it is said. So on the spiritual path, physical distance is not a big matter. We see in case of Draupadi also, just by her intense prayers, her intense absorption, that although she was being disrobed in Hastinapur, she called out for the Lord, and immediately Lord helped her from Dwaraka. He immediately appeared from Dwaraka and helped her. And similarly, we see in case of Srila Prabhupada, although he was very far from India, from Vrindavan Dham, so he was feeling that, today is Janmashtami and all my God brothers are celebrating so much, but I am here alone, struggling in the mission of my spiritual master. But nonetheless, I am very happy that I am serving my spiritual master in this way. So basically, he felt that he was always connected to Vrindavan Dham. So physical distance is actually not a matter in spiritual path. Same thing Lord Krishna tells to the Brahman Patnis also. Shravana Darshana Bha. Cannot approach me by physical na tata sannikarshen. Me darshan. He remember said the physical the consciousness of is the spiritual world or the could have influenced the material world, but he could not approach tinge of spiritual world. What to speak of that spiritual world? Even a replica of that spiritual world, in this world also the dhams were not under his influence, it is said. So, the word dham, it has various meanings. One meaning is the abode of the Lord, or the residence, or the place, or the shelter. But in this particular discussion, we will be discussing the three aspects of the abode of the Lord, or the dham. One thing is the dham as a holy place, how the holy places can never have any negative influence, or the demons or the Kalika influence will not be there on the holy places. So various examples are there on this, that we see that although Kamsa, he sent so many demons to attack, but he himself could never come to Vrindavan. Rather, he called the Lord outside, and in Mathura he tried to attack. Why? Because Kamsa had a curse, or he was very fearful to enter Vrindavan because of the gopis of Vrindavan. So it is said that once Kamsa tried to enter Barsana Dham, and there the gopis immediately transformed him into another gopi called Kansini Gopi. He was a very motu gopi, and he was made to make the countdown cakes and remove all the dust and broom and everything. So Kansa was very, very distressed. He was feeling very bad that he became a gopi and he will not be able to rule anybody now. So because of that, he begged forgiveness, and he sought the mercy of all the gopis. And then gopis said, now we will give you original form, you should never come here. So that's why you will see that Kansa could not have any influence on this Vrindavan Dham. And we will see many demons also tried to attack Dwaraka, but they could not do anything because of the personal presence of the Lord. Or even if Lord was not personally present, he was in Hastinapur or somewhere, but still because of the Lord's influence, it is said that the Dwaraka Vasis were very fearless. Yad bahu danda bahu bhyam. Like that one shloka comes in first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which says that the Lord protected all the Dwaraka Vasis with his two shoulders. Because of that, they were always very peacefully situated. And we also see, as long as Lord was present on Arjuna's chariot, that could never get destroyed. But as soon as Lord stepped out of the chariot, immediately it burned down to ashes. And we also see in Vrindavan Dham that there is a place called Jait, the place where Lord won the victory over Aghasur. That place is called Jait. So that is a very famous place. There is actually the stone form of Kaliya. So the pastime is that Lord, after subduing Kaliya, he said that you should never come back to this Vrindavan Dham. So immediately you should go away from here. Even if you return, or even if you try to just again see back at Vrindavan, immediately you will become a stone. So Kaliya immediately left that place, and while going in the outskirts of Vrindavan, at this place called Jait, what happened was, he felt Lord was so beautiful, maybe I want to see once again. He just again turned towards Vrindavan and immediately became a stone. So why am I saying this is that once when Britishers tried to attack or tried to conquer this particular place, they found that this particular stone Kaliya, he was very, very strong. They tried to destroy with so many weapons. Finally they brought a JCB and tried to destroy. So with that, only one small part of that stone Kaliya got destroyed. And they saw that, a lot of blood started coming out. And immediately they became so fearful, they ran away from that place. So Britishers also could not have any influence on the Dham. And also we will see in Giriraj Govardhan Leela also, Indra was trying to attack so much, but still Govardhan was not affected. So in the example of the Juhu temple story, we see how Mr. Enan also was trying to destroy the temple, and he tried various ill means, but he could not become successful. So because Radha Raspberry was personally situated there. And many more examples will come like this. And not just the Supreme Lord, even the demigods also protect the Dham. Like we see Lord Shiva becomes the Dham Palak at various places, at Govardhan as Chakleshwar Mahadev, at Vrindavan as Gopeshwar Mahadev. And even in Jagannath Puri, it is said the Jagannath Puri is protected from the ocean waves by Bedi Hanuman. And even the Radha Govinda temple, when it was attacked by the Mughals headed by Aurangzeb, so at that time Hanumanji also, when they were about to destroy the full temple, few floors they destroyed, but by the time they were about to destroy full temple, Hanuman there roared like a lion. So that's why immediately all those emperors ran away from there. That's why you will see Radha Govind temple is there, and just near the temple only there is a temple of Hanuman where he is permanently situated there to protect the Lord, to protect the temple of the Lord. So this is about Dham as a holy place, how there cannot be any negative influence about on the Dham. And the next thing is we see wherever the Lord is situated, that place is a holy place. So similarly we see that in every nook and corner Lord is present, but Lord is especially present in the heart of a pure devotee. And the pure devotee's body is also become a Dham. So we see in the example of Ambarish Maharaj, when Durvasa Muni tried to attack Ambarish Maharaj, he could not do anything for his body also. Similarly, Hiranyakashipu had an influence over the entire world, but he could not influence Prahlad Maharaj. He could, although he tried various means to destroy Prahlad Maharaj, but Prahlad Maharaj was always protected. Not even a scratch was there on his body, it is said. And similarly, you will see in the past time where Haridas Thakur was beaten up at 22 marketplaces. So that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally came and just like Lord was protecting the Dwarka with his arms, similarly Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu protected Haridas Thakur. And that's how Haridas Thakur's body also got protected in that pastime. So the Dham of the body of a devotee is also protected by the Lord. And above all these is we hear that the Dham is not just a holy place or just a physical thing, but it is actually a state of consciousness. So this is the last thing which I would like to cover and end. So Vrindavan Dham is actually a state of consciousness. We see sometimes the externally on the physical platform, maybe the Dham could be attacked, some kind of destruction also may happen, or even the bodies of the devotees may get attacked. But their consciousness will never get attacked. And their consciousness is always fixed. Like so many attacks happened on Vrindavan, and so many attacks happened in Mayapur Dham also by the Muslims and everyone. But still, devotees are in such a great state of consciousness that my life and soul is only to please Guru and Krishna. And for that I am ready to put my life at stake. We see Bhakti Raghav Maharaj, how he lost his legs for protecting the deities of Mayapur Dham. And also there is a pastime in Srirangam in 1323 AD when the Mughals attacked. At that time we hear that practically 12,000 Vaishnavas were killed. And when they were trying to find out where is this deity called Nam Perumal, so at that time Acharya Pillai Lok Acharya, so he took the deity of Nam Perumal and he ran away from that place just to protect the deity form of the Lord. So much attachment and affection they had for the Lord. So, but there was one very great dancer called Vellai. So she thought that maybe these Mughals may attack Pillai Lokacharya and Nam Perumal. Just to protect, what she did was, for hours together she danced in front of the Mughal emperor or the commander, and she mesmerized him with her beauty and took him to the top of one Gopuram, and from there she threw him from the Gopuram. That's how the commander of that army died. And immediately at that time the Hindu rulers, they came and then they overcame the Muslim rulers. So Vellai, after destroying or after pushing this commander, she also actually jumps and commits suicide. So we see how the devotees, their consciousness is so fixed up. No matter whatever happens, we will never compromise our service to the Lord, or the spiritual master. So another example like this is Ladini Mataji, how she also got attacked and she practically had to lose her life to just protect other devotees. So like these multiple examples come, and so the negative influence can never, negative things like Kali or even the demons could never have any kind of influence on the consciousness of a devotee. We see Srila Prabhupada also was so much surrounded by the negative environment in America, but still he was highly undisturbed. And in the example of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, one day it happened that in Juhu, Maharaj was called just for one day meetings. It was a very hot meetings were happening, and some very important issues had to be addressed. So Maharaj came and he attended the meetings, and then in between the meeting he said, I actually could not take darshan of Radha Rasbihari. So now is the Rajbhog Aarti going on. Can I take darshan of the Lord? Because I have a return flight again in the evening at 5:30, so I want to go. So devotees were surprised. The Maharaj has come to resolve the issue, but he wants to go and take darshan of Radha Rasbihari. So no matter how much ever negative influence is there around us, around the pure devotees, they are never affected by their consciousness. So at the same time, today is a very auspicious day of Radha Kund appearance and Bahula Ashtami. On this day also, the pastime of Bahula cow which comes, most of you already know it, how the cow also was in such great consciousness to serve the Lord and even to serve the calf. So but at the cost of her life, she was ready to please even the tiger. But somehow by the mercy of Lord Krishna, the calf, the cow, Bahula, and the Brahmana, all three of them actually wanted to sacrifice life for each other, just to please the Lord and just to protect each other. So that is the consciousness called Vrindavan consciousness. And on this day, all these personalities, they were safeguarded by the Lord. And Lord was so pleased that he named one forest exclusively on the name of Bahula cow, called Bahula Van. So on this auspicious day, we'll pray that we also may gain this Vrindavan state of consciousness. And with this, I would like to end here. I have already extended 3 to 4 minutes. So in case if any of you have any comments, please. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.